At the end of this topic, you should be able to firstly explain the difference between leading and managing. Secondly, explain the 5 sources of power for the leader. Effective managers may not be good leaders. Leadership is much rarer and requires inspiration and instilling perseverance. Leadership is inherently interpersonal, the need to relate to subordinates. Leaders perform varying roles which could be broadly classified as supervisory and strategic leadership. Supervisory leadership refers to behaviors which provide guidance, support, corrective, feedback, and focus on daily activities. The supervisory leadership role relates to managing for results, and this requires organization, optimization, planning, and budgeting. Supervisory leadership is oriented to the present time frame. Strategic leadership is future-oriented and refers to behaviors which give purpose and meaning to organizational tasks. Leaders set the direction by creating a vision for the organization and inspire subordinates to attain that vision. There exist distinctive variations between leaders and managers. Managers do things right. They establish and implement procedures and processes to ensure smooth functioning and who are accountable for goal accomplishment. Leaders do the right things. Leaders look to the future, chart the course for the organization, attract, retain, motivate, inspire, and develop relationships with employees based on trust and mutual respect. Managers are managing the present and therefore prefer the status quo. Leaders will have to look to the future and need to embrace and deal with change. Managers focus on short-term aspects, whereas leaders are focused on more the long-term aspects. Managers tend to look at the means of how to get things done, whereas leaders concentrate on the ends, the outcomes or results. Managers are merely builders where leaders serve as architects. The focus of managers is problem solving. Leaders provide meaning and are keen to go beyond by motivating and inspiring people to work together to achieve the leader's vision. Leading and following are not tiered processes. They are symbiotic. Leaders cannot exist without the consent of their followers. Good followers do not simply obey orders. They integrate and share while agreeing to aid in the leader's vision. They can challenge and play devil's advocate so that leaders are able to see the other side of issues. Followers must be willing and be able to tell the truth to leaders for the benefit of the organization. Good followers are actively committed to organizational goals. They respect the views and opinions of others, even if they do not agree with them on a personal accord. They are fully committed and support the assigned leader. Followers should study leadership behaviors in anticipation of their leadership roles. There are 5 sources of power for the leader. Legitimate power is the right or authority to influence others which stem from organizational role of the appointed leader. This is the authority the manager has by virtue of his or her position in the organization. Reward power is the ability of the manager to give or withhold tangible and intangible rewards. Examples include performance bonuses, pay raises, and promotions controlled by a leader with reward power. Coercive power comes from punishment and administrating disciplinary action to offending employees. Examples of application of coercive power are verbal reprimand, pay cuts, or dismissal. This correlates with how high up in the organizational ladder a manager is. Coercive power can be limited in effectiveness and application with serious negative side effects. Referent power is the power that comes from the subordinates' respect, admiration, and loyalty. Managers who are likable and whom subordinates wish to use as a role model have referent power. Expert power stems from competence, skill, and knowledge. Followers comply and believe in their abilities and may want to learn from or gain some of the expertise. Expert power is relevant when applied in a guiding or coaching session.